presentation. Once again, by way of introduction, I am EPL Dr. Amos Dalladi from Urban and Regional Planning Department, School of Environmental Studies, Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic, Zaria. At this moment, I shall be presenting two topical issues as follows. One, introduction to data analysis tools and AI tools for research. So without hesitation, I will begin with the first topical issue, which is data or introduction to data analysis tools. And under this, I will commence by looking at some basics before exploring different data analytical tools. First, the presentation outline is as follows. One, what is data analysis? Two, importance or relevance of data analysis to different spheres of life. And three, types of data analysis. And four, which is the main subject matter of the first topical issue, exploring data analysis tools. I trust at the end of the presentation, it shall be impactful. So following the outline, starting with the first point, which is what is data analysis? This is very important to know in order to gain insight of what it stands for before exploring the different data analytical tools. Well, data analysis is seen in varied ways. And one of the classical definitions tied to it describes it as a process that is a step-by-step undertaking in which data is extracted, that is obtained, organized, that is put into order, as well as visualized, that is represented using different approaches. All this is undertaken in order to enhance understanding, in order to drive meaning out of a typical process data, in order to be able to draw inference from a typical process data. From this aforementioned definition, one can affirm that it is indeed and realistic, considering the fact that as we partake in different researches, we are often confronted with the task of data collection or data generation. This data, if collected, sometimes appears to be purely qualitative, and in some instances, quantitative, and sometimes a combination of qualitative and quantitative, which is otherwise known as mixed mode approach to data collection. This data, if collected in quotes and left the way it is, no understanding can be enhanced, no inference can be drawn out of it, and no meaning can be derived out of this data. But the role played by data analysis is very, very important in making such data to be understandable. The importance of data analysis in making data to be meaningful cannot be ignored, cannot be taken for granted, and cannot be downplayed. So moving to the second point, based on the presentation outline, which is importance of data analysis to different spheres of life. Unarguable, data analysis has importance or relevance to different sectors of life, which include amongst the following: 1, health; 2, education; 3, environmental sustainability; and 4, governance. Looking at health, data analysis plays an important role in unveiling risk factors associated with disease prevalence or outbreak in a particular given environment. At the same time, it also provides insight on how best preventive and curative measures can be put in place to manage such outbreak. And from this, it can clearly be seen how relevant data analysis is in the field of health. What about in education? So also in education, data analysis has many relevance or importance. But for the sake of this presentation, I just outlined just one. And in relation to health, education, data analysis assists in the identification of areas requiring attention in our institutions, such that it also provides a kind of insight on how the overall quality of the institution or a particular place can be enhanced. And for instance, if we look at our institutions, sometimes they are bedeviled by different problems on the ground. And of course, studies are undertaken in relation to such peculiarities, in which data, if analyzed, provides insight on how best workable solutions can be evolved. So the importance too of data analysis in education is something very commendable. What about environmental sustainability? Even in environmental sustainability, which specifically has to do with protecting our environment against unhealthy practices in order to meet the needs of present generation without compromising the needs of generation unborn. Here, more especially in relation to climate change, data analysis assists our scientists to comprehend climatic changes, such that it also provides them with insight on how best the climate impacts can be managed. Every now and then, people are becoming vulnerable to the disastrous tendencies associated with floods, climate change impacts in both richer and poorer communities of the world. So data analysis of climatic data provides insight on how to evolve effective mitigation and adaptation strategies to cushion the effect of the global monster, climate change, which is now threatening our survival on Mother Earth. So also in the field of governance, the relevance of data analysis is something commendable, such that it promotes a kind of inclusive governance, such that as analyzed government information is made available to the populace, the citizens do have an insight of what is going on how the government is being run. And from time to time, they do comment on such activities. By so doing, data analysis encourages transparent and accountable governance. So as a matter of fact, one cannot argue that the importance and relevance of data analysis to all these sectors of life can be taken for granted, but rather it's worthy to commend data analysis because it provides a lot of insight in relation to some of these things we are not even aware of. So moving to the next point, based on the presentation outline, which is types of data analysis. Generally, data analysis can be grouped into different types. And based on the grouping, we have 1, descriptive data analytics. And 2, we have prescriptive data analytics. And 3, we have predictive data analytics. And 4, we have diagnostic data analytics. It's data analytics, not data analysis, sorry, it's a mistake. So looking at the first one being descriptive data analytics. Under this, data analysis is geared towards evaluating historical data in order to identify similarities or differences over time in relation to trends or patterns. Here, what has happened before is often compared to what is happening in the present in order to see whether there are similarities or differences. For instance, if we compare educational policy in the 20s and what is happening educational policy today, a lot of changes must have taken place. They will never be the same. So descriptive data analytics, in most cases, is peculiar to historical researches. Then looking at prescriptive data analytics. Under this, it involves solely evolving solutions in relation to a particular challenge on the ground. And for instance, if we look at risk management, different factors of risk are often explored and in relation to a particular phenomenon, and in which recommendations are made to improve the existing situation. So in this instance, more often, data analysis is inclined to be prescriptive in nature. Then looking at predictive data analytics. And of course, under this, data analysis is geared specifically towards making prediction or forecasting a particular situation or outcome of a particular event in the future. And this involves the use of softwares and models. An example of this is maybe the use of SPSS to undertake regression analysis, which has to do with prediction of an outcome in the future. And we have also diagnostic data analytics. And of course, under this, data analysis is geared towards finding a solution to a particular problem on the ground. And for instance, in the health sector, if there is a disease prevalence, be it epidemic or endemic or pandemic, different studies are undertaken in order to find the causal factors. And of course, data is often analyzed and recommendations are being proffered towards preventive and curative measures. If we remember way back during the COVID-19 pandemic, when it prevailed, different researches were conducted and data was generated or collected and analyzed, and different preventive and curative measures were proffered. So in this kind of situation, more often data analysis is more of diagnostic in nature. So from all these types of data analytics, it is so clear that data analysis type depends solely on the situation or peculiarity on the ground. So moving to the next point, which is exploring data analysis tools. As a matter of fact, there are numerous data analysis tools, too many to number. But for the sake of this research, only few will be covered. And I would like to emphasize that the use or application of a particular data analysis tool depends solely on the objective or aim or purpose of a research. And sometimes it depends on the research design. Is it a qualitative research? Is it a quantitative research, or a mixed mode? Thus, some of the data analysis tools that are aimed to be covered includes amongst the following. One, the SPSS. And of course, the SPSS, as you may be aware, is one of the widely used data analysis tools. And SPSS stands for an acronym for Special Package for Social Scientists. It is one of the most friendly used data analytical tools in which the interface is very, very friendly. And it is mostly used by quantitative researchers, more especially in undertaking in descriptive analysis, such as if maybe a researcher wants to calculate mean, median, mode, etc. And it is also used when undertaking inferential analysis, such as ANOVA, t-test, amongst others. So this data analysis tool can be recommended specifically to quantitative researchers that are faced with the task of any of the tasks it undertakes. And next, we have the NVivo. And the NVivo is a qualitative data analysis software. And I can confidently say that in most of our institutions, this software is not well utilized. When it comes to qualitative research, the traditional method is preferred, which is archaic and non-scientific. But if you go to other institutions around the world, NVivo and other quantitative data analysis softwares are well utilized. I think if I can remember vividly, when I was pursuing my PhD, I was having qualitative data. And of course, my supervisors emphasized that they are not going to accept traditional way of analyzing it. I just have to learn the software and analyze it. And of course, when I did, it was very, very interesting. It made my work to be organized and very, very scientific in nature. So specifically, NVivo is a qualitative data analysis software that is used in analyzing, organizing, as well as visualizing non-numerical data, such as writings in form of text, images like photos, videos, amongst others. And this can be used by researchers that are into focus group discussions, interviews, or rather thematic analysis or content analysis. And of course, it has also a very friendly interface. It has importation and exportation command. For instance, if recordings are made from focus group discussions or interview, the recordings are often can be transcribed, and having transcribed it, the transcript can be imported into the NVivo software. And as the transcripts are imported into the NVivo software, themes and subthemes are evolved, or rather codes and subcodes are evolved. And having done that, coding takes place in reference to the imported transcript in the software. And after the coding result is often used to visualize the data using different approaches, such as mind maps, NVivo models, bar charts, and histograms, amongst others. So I recommend this software more especially to qualitative researchers. They will really, really enjoy it. And next, we have what is called the NoSQL databases. And this is another qualitative data analysis of a big data, use more especially large amount of unorganized data, that is semi-structured data, as well as data that comes in the form of audios, videos, amongst others. If the data comes in large number, it is preferable to handle it with NoSQL. And more often, big organizations that receive large amount of data make use of the NoSQL to analyze and visualize data. And next, we have the Python. And the Python specifically is a programming language and environment, which is also used to analyze and visualize data in different forms. Just like the SPSS, it can be used for descriptive analysis, such as the calculation of mean, median, amongst others, and it can be used also to undertake inferential analysis. And also, it can also be used for data mining, amongst others. So those that are handling quantitative research in relation to any of the aforementioned tasks it can perform can try it. And next, we have the Google Sheet. And the Google Sheet 2 is another data analysis software, which is specifically a spreadsheet software, and it is a cloud-based. By cloud-based, it means it can be accessed on the internet, unlike the applications we download in our computers or handsets. This can be accessed anywhere around the world. And of course, it encourages a kind of collaborative data analysis, meaning if data analysis involves more than one person, maybe if they are even residing in different places, maybe Kaduna, Kano, and even abroad, the Google Sheet can be used to undertake data analysis simultaneously. And I think I would recommend it specifically to those that are into group data analysis. And specifically, it can be used for data tracking, budgeting, amongst others. And next, we have what is called the SAS. SAS is another data analysis software. SAS is an acronym for Statistical Analysis System. And specifically, it has to do with a statistical software suite. By software suite, it comprises of many applications which can be used to undertake different analysis. For instance, the SAS can be used to analyze business intelligence. It can also be used to analyze multivariate. Maybe if you are dealing with a large amount of variables and you want to establish relationship, you can employ the use of SAS. And of course, it can also be used in undertaking predictive analysis, and such as maybe the use of Bayesian analysis, amongst others. So we also have the Atlas T, and the Atlas T2 is another qualitative data analysis software, just like the NVivo. It can be used to analyze and to organize and visualize also non-numerical data. And those that are into content analysis or thematic analysis will find it very, very interesting. They have almost the same interface with the NVivo. So I can say it is an option to the NVivo per se. And next, we have the MATLAB. The MATLAB tool is another data analysis tool, which can be used for numerical computation, as well as data analysis and visualization. And of course, specifically, it can be used for time series analysis. Maybe if you want to forecast the weather in relation to relative humidity, or maybe you want to forecast traffic flow in terms of congestion, one can employ the use of the MATLAB. It can also be used for descriptive and inferential analysis, amongst others. Also, next, we have the R. The R, just like the Python, is also a programming language and environment, and it is also used for data analysis and visualization. Just like the Python, it can be used for inferential and descriptive analysis. And also, it can be used for time series analysis, amongst others. And we also have the Q-Link view. And the Q-Link view specifically is a data analysis tool. which is used for business intelligence. So if one is dealing with a business-oriented data, one should not hesitate to make use of the Q-link view. So if you are dealing with such data, more especially if it comes to business decision-making in relation to sales, customers, as well as demand, then one will find the Q-link view very, very interesting. And next, there is also what is called the Google Power BI. And the Google Power BI has some similarities with the Q-link view. It is a cloud-based data analysis tool, which is also used for the analysis of business intelligence. So when it comes to business decision making, one should not hesitate also to make use of the Google Power BI, just like the Q-link view. And last among the lists is Max QDA. This also is another qualitative data analysis software, just like the NVivo and Atlas T. Also, it is used to analyze, to organize, as well as to visualize non-numerical data that comes in the form of audios, in the forms of imageries, in the forms of videos, amongst others. And those that are into focus group discussions as well as interviews can also find this very interesting. So as a matter of fact, the list can go on and on and on. But for the sake of this presentation, only these are covered. And I will encourage you to undertake a kind of extensive exploration of what has been covered and even discover some that has not been talked about. So without hesitation, I will move to the next topical issue, which is AI tools for research. And here I begin by looking at what is the acronym AI. And as you are already aware, AI is an acronym for artificial intelligence. So since AI is an acronym for artificial intelligence, then what is artificial intelligence? In simple terminologies, artificial intelligence can be described as developing or evolving computer systems to perform tasks that naturally requires wisdom or knowledge or intelligence. Impliedly, what can be undertaken by wisdom, knowledge, or intelligence can equally be performed by artificial.
Fatima, you're making noise, please.
If not even far much better. And just like our able rector said in his presentation, artificial intelligence has come to stay, and it can be regarded as one of the remarkable discoveries of our time. So it's either you key into it or one will be left out in the scheme of contemporary discoveries.
You mute your mic. So go on. There are some people that are leaving their mic open and it's generating noise, please.
Hello, sir, the presenter.
Hello, sir. Hello. Please, we are very sorry. The facilitator is having some technical issues. I believe he's going to join us back any moment from now. Please bear with us.
Oh, look at it. Mr. Amos has Dr. Amos has
His mic is muted. His mic is muted.
Okay, he's back. Hey, doctor, your mic is muted. We are not hearing. Hello, doctor. Let me call him.
Oh, Oga, kana magana ka sa kanka mute.
Please bear with us. Let me alert him.
Guy that did Tuesday's own. That guy was exceptional. The way I was telling you I want presentation to go. That was how that guy was doing.
People are hearing your conversation.
Hello, I think the host has the power to unmute anybody he wants.
So thank you very much.
Hello,
Our facilitator is back. Please, let everybody mute his mic, please.
So let me start all over since I was not heard. Now,
yes,
looking at, you can hear me now? Okay.
Yes, we are here, sir.
Looking at the second topical issue, which is AI tools for research. Here, I started by looking at what is the acronym AI. And as you may be aware, AI is an acronym for artificial intelligence. So since AI is an acronym for artificial intelligence, then what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, in simple terminologies, can be described as evolving or developing computer systems in order to perform tasks which naturally can be performed by human intelligence. That is to say, work that can be performed by human knowledge or wisdom or intelligence can equally be performed by artificial intelligence, if not even better. And just like what our able rector said in his presentation, he categorically stressed that artificial intelligence has come to stay, and I really agree with him. You know, artificial intelligence can be considered as one of the remarkable discoveries of our time. It's either you get key into it or you be left out in the scheme of contemporary discoveries. So artificial intelligence tools are numerous in number, just like in the case of data analysis tools. But for the sake of this presentation, I will touch on few out of the many we have out there. And based on the lineup, I will start with ChatGPT. And this is one of the popular AI tools for research. When it was discovered, people did not utilize it to the fullest, unlike what is happening now, that people have understood its capacity and are making use of it seriously, which is commendable. And typically, ChatGPT is a search engine, or rather a chatbot, which uses natural language processing or machine learning algorithm, and tends to produce responses based on the queries made to it. You know, depending on one's topic of interest, once you query it, there are different prompts. It will answer you appropriately. So depending on your research area, once you launch into ChatGPT and you make some input in relation to your topic of interest, it will give you responses based on that. And that will facilitate your research. It will help you in undertaking your research. And next, we have the Genie AI. The Genie AI is another remarkable AI tool for research. And the Genie as a search engine, as well as it serves also as a writing assistant. In the search engine, just like ChatGPT, you can explore different academic contents with it, depending on your topic of interest. Once the queries are made, they are being answered accordingly and appropriately. And of course, if you're true with your research, you can run it through the Genie so that it will correct your writings. It will check your grammar, spellings, punctuations, as well as even syntax error will be corrected using the Genie AI. And of course, there is also the Perplexity. And the Perplexity operates just like the ChatGPT. You can sign it online using your Google account, as well as you can download it from the Play Store. And of course, it has a search engine, which too you can query it and it will respond to you accordingly. So as researchers, you can utilize it in relation to your various researches, and you enjoy it seriously. And of course, we have the Grammarly, and I can attest that the Grammarly is one of the popular AI tools we use in our institutions, of course, and it is a writing assistant that also assists in checking our grammar, correcting spellings, amongst others. Once you run your work into Grammarly, it will highlight in red color sometimes, and it will make suggestions so that you improve your work. The Grammarly also can be used to check plagiarism. And this issue of plagiarism is something very serious, more especially if you are submitting your work for publication. Some publication outfits out there have their own requirements. Once the similarity index is more than 10%, some will reject your paper if you submit to them. And some, if it is, maybe they will say 20%. So it is good always to check your similarity index using the Grammarly, and of course, it will give you perfect results. And there is one other important and remarkable AI tool for research, which is the Review It. And of course, this is online, it can be accessed online. And of course, once you are through with your work, you can upload it into the interface of the Review It. And once you upload it, it will go through all the sections of your work. And in each section of your work, it will highlight the weaknesses of each section, starting from introduction down to conclusion. And of course, before importing it, it is advisable to change it to PDF. Then it will check and offer some suggestions on how to improve it. And it will ask you whether you accept or reject. And once you are able to accept, it will fix all the weaknesses. Then you can download the improved version. So I recommend researchers to try the Review It, and they'll find it very, very useful too. And we have the Quillbot, and this is also popular, which can be accessed online using your Google account sometimes. And though the one online has some limitations, maybe they'll ask you to paste a specific number of words. I think is it 1,000, except if you pay for the full subscription. So the Quillbot can be used also for different tasks, such as you can use it for paraphrasing, you can check your grammar with it. It serves as AI detector. It can summarize papers to some certain extent, among other multidimensional tasks it performs. So researchers can try it and they will find it very useful. And there is also the word tool, and the word tool also functions just the same with the Quillbot. It can be used to paraphrase one's work, so that more especially if you are undertaking on literature review, you are getting your sources from other secondary sources. In order to beat the similarity index, you can run your work in the word tool, and it will paraphrase it and give it a different face. So that too is recommended to researchers. And we have the paper pal. And of course, the paper pal is more of a writing assistant too. and it assists specifically in making suggestions on how best one can improve his writings. One can also check grammar and punctuation through it. And of course, if there are things to be fixed, it will assist one to do that without hesitation. And next, we have the Jasper AI. And the Jasper AI is also a combination of a search engine which can be explored as well as a writing assistant. You can search any topic of your choice with it, as well as if you want to improve your writings, you can also run it through the Jasper and it will assist you. And next we have the Research Rabbit. And the Research Rabbit operates just like the ChatGPT amongst others, in which you can unveil different academic contents using it, depending on your area of interest. And we also have the Semantic Scholar AI. And of course, this too is a search engine which can be used to explore different contents that relates to one's academic work. And of course, one has options ranging from ChatGPT down to Semantic. One has a lot of options. There are a lot of search engines which one can try for maximum results. And there is what is called the Scilink. And the Scilink, once you sign it online for sure, it will link you to different research opportunities. Let's say if there is a new area to be explored, you can gain access to it and explore it too. And of course, if you want to go into collaboration, for instance, you have knowledge to share with other people. Through the Scilink, you can share your knowledge to other researchers around the world. And of course, for those of us that are looking for funding, of course, through the Scilink, you can get linked up to different funding agencies, more especially if you meet their own requirements amongst others. So this too is recommended to researchers to explore. And next, there is the Luminate chat. And this specifically is also a chatbot per se, in which you can interact with its interface, and you can gain access to a lot of different academic content based on your topic of interest. And there is also the paraphraser, and specifically this is an online paraphrasing tool. And once you sign up with it, you can import your work into it and you command it to paraphrase, and it will paraphrase and give it a different face. And last in the list, or second to the last rather, we have the R Discovery. And the R Discovery is another interesting AI tool for research, in which if you sign up with it, of course, if there is any recent publication or research, it will alert you. So those that are into new research as well as writing literature review will benefit out of it. Of course, it has been said in other places around the world, any research that is above 5 years is considered outdated. So if you sign up to R Discovery amongst others, it will be alerting you of recent publications in line with your topic of interest. And we have also the Trinker. The Trinker has multidimensional functions. It can be used for proofreading. It can also be used for grammar checking, and it serves as AI detector. Maybe if you copy your work from any of the AI engines without paraphrasing, using the Trinker, it will easily detect it amongst others. So these are some of the AI tools for research. There are many which I would also recommend that you can explore them, what has been presented, as well as that have not been talked about, that can be. I try to come up with some interfaces.
Alpha.
Of some AI tools.
Hello? Alpha.
Madam Nura, you are making noise, please. Let me allow the presenter to finish, then we can ask our questions. Thank you, sir.
So I came up with some snapshots of some interfaces of some AI tools in order to enhance understanding. Looking at figure 1 is ChatGPT interface. So once you launch it online, this is the interface you come across. if you observe very well, you will see a search engine with a query, ask anything. You just type in what you want, then beneath it, there is a search button, which you can press, and it will respond to you accordingly. For instance, you can decide to ask ChatGPT, what are the different reasoning levels in research? Before you know it, it will be outlining inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, and abductive reasoning. Or maybe you can decide to ask ChatGPT, what are the different research paradigms? Before you know it, it will be outlining interpretivism, constructivism, and positivism, amongst others. So it depends on what you want it to do for you, and it will respond accordingly. And in relation to my field, I may decide to ask ChatGPT, what are the causes of flood disaster? And before you know it, it will respond by saying, building on waterways, climate change, blocked drainage. So that is the way it operates. So next is interface. That is figure 2. It's an interface for Genie AI. And just like I said, it has double functions. It serves as a search engine and a writing assistant. And from the top, you can see a search box asking you, ask Genie research questions. So you can type in your queries, and of course, it will give you answers accordingly. And of course, you can start writing with it underneath. You can see, start writing, you can start writing, and it will help you to check some grammatical errors amongst others. And next is figure 3, which is the pill boot.
Ali Musa, mic your mute. Please mute your mic, Ali Musa.
And you can see that you can sign it using your Google account. And of course, once you sign it using your Google account, this is the interface it will take you. You see that it has multidimensional functions. It serves as a paraphrasing tool, grammar checker, plagiarism checker, AI detector, translate, and summarizer. It serves as a summarizer. So if you click on any of these, it will take you to a different interface. For instance, if we click on the first one, which is paraphrasing tool, it will take us to the next. Just move upward, please, with the slide. It will take us to this interface, whereby you'll be required to import your document. You either copy and paste, or you import your document into it. And as you do so, at the bottom, there is a button titled Paraphrase. Once you click on it, it will help you to paraphrase, to give it a different face. So moving to figure 4, which is the Trinker interface. And just like the Killboard, it has also different tasks it performs. And of course, it can be used for proofreading. And there are provisions whereby you can upload your file from. Is it from your device or through any external database if you want to import it into the Trinker interface for it to paraphrase. And of course, apart from that, it can be used as a citation formatter. It can be used as AI detector by the side. If you look at the other interface by the right-hand side, that is if you move up. Hello? Yeah. So it will take you, there are different multidimensional tasks it performs. So depending on what you want, once you click, it will work on that. And this is a classic example of how the Review It AI works. And just like I said, if you are through with your work, you can import it into the Review It AI. And once you import it, and if you run it, of course, it will give you highlight of the weaknesses in relation to the different parts of your article or research, starting from introduction down to conclusion. So although the write-up are very small, like the one I have here, under result, it highlighted the weakness. Under discussion, it highlighted some weakness, and to the conclusion. So it will ask you whether to accept or not. And once you are able to accept, it will fix everything. No, move up. up, move up. It will fix everything, and you can be able to download the revised version of your work for further utilization. So this is so far what I want to share with you. And at this point, I urge you to undertake more exploration of what has been presented and discover even more. For the time being, thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
For this,
thank you for wonderful presentation.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Doctor. My colleagues, participants, I believe we have gained one or two things out of the presentation, especially in the area of this AI. I'm seeing some of the AI tools for the first time. Before we now allow please, we are allowed for question and answer, but being that there is a little time, I want to discuss one or two points about these AI tools. Please, you see, these AI tools, as mentioned by our facilitator, they are numerous, and some are produced for a specific target or objective, or for a specific goal. This one that Doctor has just highlighted, that all has to do with research. And another thing is that, you know, some of these tools, you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe, and by virtue of you know, the economic situation we find ourselves, we need to be very tactical. Some are free, some are they are mixed. You start to use them, then you later pay, and then also some are free. So I want to expose us to this website, Featurepedia. Okay, Featurepedia is a place where you can have access to numerous of these tools, and these tools were categorized. Okay, so you can decide to go for a certain particular AI tool. They will tell you either that tool is free, or you have to maintain it. Look at it. Look at ChatGPT. How I'm sharing my screen with you. Look at ChatGPT. Okay, you can see this is ChatGPT. You see the cloudy. You can see that even trying to move my whatever it is to where they will get one or two forward. So we can see that we have so many of them. Okay, we have so many of them.
That's column 1.
Now, please, sorry. 5. You see, this area, it depends on what work are you looking for. AI, please, somebody is making noise, please. So you can see, if you are going to look at this, so you are asking this particular platform to provide you with AI tools, specifically for writing and editing. You have done research, so you want to go for writing and editing of the work. So you can see we have the Grammarly as introduced by our facilitator. We have the Write Sonic. Okay, we have the Fullbot we have the Copy AI. We have the Jasper. We have the Monica. We have Any Word. So they are numerous. You can go on and on and on. Okay, you can go on and on and on. So in this case, so you decide, you have, as the facilitator have just said, you need to sit down and know what kind of work. Is it qualitative? Is it quantitative? That will now guide you to go for which kind of tools you are looking for the analysis. We also have some of these tools can do even the data analysis. Depends on the prompts that you introduced what is it called? To the chatbot. So you can go to this particular website, and then you can see a lot. There are so many. But as I said, you need to be careful. There are songs for money. Okay, let me search to see if I can be able to, we can be able to see the classes. Let us see if we can be able to see the classes for each and every of these two, whether it's free or whether is you have to pay. Look at it here. They say premium. You see, you can see premium here. That is your TP. Some part of it is free. Some part of it you have to pay. So you cannot 100% use this one free of charge. Look at this one. This one here is a free trial. You can try it, but free. But after the trial is exhausted, you need to pay. Okay. So you can see this one, Magic Type AI. Magic Type AI. Look at it. Magic Type AI is free. It's free of charge. And this one is to what? It's also for writing. So it's free of charge. So if you are somebody that doesn't have the money to use these tools for your work, you can, but they have their own limitation also. Okay, they have their own limitations. They cannot provide you 100% what you are looking for. It's the only paid one that you can be able to have a complete access that you can be able to work. You can see Twitter bio is free of charge. This one here, they are telling you the word, what you can be able to use the AI tool for. Social media, AI chatbot, writing generators. These are all something that you can be able to do with this Twitter bio. So you can see there are many. There are as many as you can be able to browse. Every day new AI tools are coming. Look at free AI writer, it's free. So by the time you wanted to use it, you now go here, okay? You now go, you can see the interface. Okay, you can see it's free AI essay writer. You want to write the abstract, you want to write an essay, you want to write something, conference paper and what have you and what have you. So you can come and you can see what? You can see where you can put your what? You can see where you can put your front. Right? The moment you give it the front, it will generate the work for you. You can see. It depends on what you want to do. Okay? So we have so many of them. So we give appreciation to we're exposing us to, you see, it just, I use it, you see, already generated. Please, Engineer Kubu, please, your mic is on. So you can see how the AI, just some few seconds, has produced the content using the front. I've seen the example here. So we have many of them. So this one you can continue using it free of charge. It's like also now going back to ChatGPT. ChatGPT also is something that you can be able to use, okay, without going to, without going to. Let's look at where is my ChatGPT. Where is my ChatGPT? So we can go to where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, yes, okay, this is Pro. Oh, no, it's ChatGPT. So you can see. So you can see these tools here. They are also for you to explore and what use. Look at this one. It's within ChatGPT. Okay, it's within ChatGPT. So you can do it, you can use it to do your own research as well. It can assist you. That is Scholar AI. Okay, let us see the interface. We don't have, because our plan here at our career service normally, the next training is going to be on AI tools, the research. AI tools in research, academic research. That is the next thing we're going to explore. You see, we have consensus. Okay. Why is happening that they are not open? We are having internet problem. Let us see. Okay. Okay. So I'm sorry. You can explore them as many as possible. You can explore this ChatGPT. Please, I'm sorry. I don't know. Is the internet is not. What is the problem? I'm sorry, please. Okay. Let me see if it's not a problem. Let me open another one. Forget about it. So we can be able to exploit that ChatGPT. Let us see this one. I'm sorry, I have a network issue. Okay, here we are. So you can see, you can explore more of these tools. You can see, thank you. So you can see, these are tools. If you don't want to go Featurepedia, look at SciSpace. You can use it. If you are, yes, the SciSpace. Look at here. Look at these links here. We have writing, productivity, research and analysis. Here, you are going to ask ChatGPT to provide you with some of the best tools that can assist you to do your research and research analysis. And here I did this Scholar GPT, Consensus, SciSpace, Data Analysis and Report AI, Scholar AI. So you can see whichever one, you can try them. Even them also, some are free, some you need to subscribe. Okay, these are all tools for research and writing. All these ones that you are seeing. Okay, you can see here. You can see a math solver. You can see lifestyle. We are going for lifestyle. These are GPT, but that's not our own case here. Our facilitator mention of Python. You can see. You can come here for those people that are willing to go for programming. They want to learn. We have the website generator and so on. But our major concern is the what? Is the research and analysis. So you can go for SciSpace. Okay, you can go. You see, you can go for SciSpace. This is SciSpace, and these are the statistics. It means more than 3 million conversations. It has assist in research and analysis. Okay, and this is the rating by the users. Okay, you can see, you can go. These are the capabilities. It can even make design for you. So it depends on what you wanted to, and that will now mark. And then you want to start chatting with it. So I have not logged in. I've not. So you come here and put your front. This is, you put your front here. Okay. You are saying conduct. Let's say conduct literature review on what? On utilizations. Of what? Let's say I'm sorry. Utilization of what can I add? Utilization of solar energy in Nigeria. Yeah, solar energy in Nigeria. So we can go there. Okay. Ensure that you consult only materials not below or top, not below the year 2020, and also provide what? and insight, in-text, provide an in-text, citations using what? Upper 7th editions. 7th editions. Lastly, provide the what? The references. So you see, this is a promise. Yeah. So by the time you give it, then Mr. Sai will now go on, Sai Space will now go on what? You see, so yes, confirm. So you can see it's now conducting what you can see. So this is the literature. You can see the literature review. Okay, you can see these are the key findings from the recent literature. Okay, you can see it has already, look at this very, very blue color. You see, this is the in-text citation and 2025 latest. Why I say that, to go in line with what our facilitator have just said, that anything more than 5 years back is outdated with this rapid development in technology and advancements of knowledge. So you see, it has provided with what? The in-text, and following the what? Following the upper 7th edition. You can see. Oh, you can see. We're just giving a front. You can see. You can see. So you can see these are the sources that he picked all what the literature. You can see it. If you like, you can click. It will take you to that particular material that he used for further reading and for further consultation. You can see the material here. The journal is journal article. Here, the DOE. You can see it here. You can see the title. The day of publication is 27 January 2025. Yeah, the authors. You can see. So we don't have reason now to you can see the materials here. The material is now saying, okay, do you like related materials that has to do with this solar energy utilization? This is AI tool. So you go and on and on and on and on, and sky is just going to stop. So you go back. When you go back to your ChatGPT, you can see the materials, the source. Okay, source analysis. So you can see them here. Okay, let's go further. You can see it has given us analysis. Look at it, very marvelous. You can see it has provided with what? The references in upper 7th edition. Look at how he arranged it. It arranged it alphabetically. You can see E, then go to O, then go to O. So the work has been easy for us, but not just to copy and go. No, don't do that, please. You have to go through and ensure this link provided. Yes, the materials are there. If not, you are going to embarrass yourself. Yes, you need to go and read. You need to go and read. And what is good providing is what? Summary. So you need to go for in-depth knowledge to make sure that, yes, you have the material and then you go through them. This is the work of AI as buttressed by our facilitator. They are numerous and we don't have time as per this particular, but we'll say we want to expose ourselves to that particular scale. If this one is not okay for you, you go back to, don't forget, we are using what? We are using some of the tools embedded into ChatGPT to do this work. So you go back and then you take another one. This is Scholar AI. You can go to Scholar AI. Scholar AI, okay, you pick the same topic. Let's say we pick the same topic. Then it's going to provide you with another what? Material. It provide you with another, you put your front here. This is Scholar AI. Okay. By the time you now did that, okay, so you think we have 3 minutes to go for question and answers. Please, let me just copy and paste. I want to copy and paste because I don't have the time to. Now, Matiwa, link. Okay. So now you can, okay, I was distracted a little bit, I'm sorry. So you can see the AI, we have done size go. So this is Scholar AI, the same thing. Take the front, because in AI utilization, the most critical and the most important aspect of it is what? The front. That is why we have what is called front engineering. For you to have maximum utilization from this AI tool, you have to go back and learn the what? The front engineering. What are different types of fronts? How can you be able to construct? What is the beginning? What is the middle? What is supposed to be at the middle? And what should be at the end? These are the things, because if you are not having that particular knowledge, you have garbage in, garbage out. You give the AI tool garbage, and it's ultimately going to give you garbage as well. So at the end of the day, you say, no, the problem is for you. We have different types of fronts. We have different, the front is divided into 3. Okay, the introduction. And then the middle, what you should be writing out the middle. Then you should be given this AI tools what? Responsibility. Act as a researcher conducting a research on so particular things. Generate a literature review on this one. You have given a responsibility, and it's not going to fail you. Definitely, it's not going to fail. So we are going to discuss that. I just said, let me use the remaining time for our facilitator to at least expose us, as our mentor, the facilitator, Dr. Amos, has just said. We need to take it on, and we have to go with it in our life, because nowadays, whatever role you are playing in organization, you must be AI compliant. There's no even doubt about it. I was invited for a workshop, female, empowering female with what is called digital literacy and skill. This morning I was there. So I told them, I read a research, because every month I used to read a research for this job market. Some people are quite cumbersome with McKinsey. McKinsey is a international it's an international body that analyze what is happening economically and labor-wise. Now they mentioned that 85 million jobs are going to be lost from now to 2030. 85 million jobs are going to be lost. Who are going to lose this job? These are the people globally. These are the people that are not AI compliant. But at the same time, they said 95 million jobs are going to be created as a result of cybersecurity and AI. Even programming is going to be at the back. But these three, cybersecurity, AI, and what? Data analysis, data science, and so on and so forth, they are going to be at the forefront of what? Providing jobs in the next 5 years. Where are we? We are still nursing the idea that this is something that we can use it. We'll keep on saying we should use these particular technologies for what? Ethically and responsibly. That's just, we can't go run away from it. If not, we are going to be left behind. And I'm telling you, we have to be very, very careful, especially now for at least people that are yearning, are looking, they have an ambition to work in this high-profile organization, CVN, NNPC, Facebook, all these Google, all these international bodies. They don't care about your certificate now. The skills they are talking, and AI, cybersecurity, data analysis. Thank you very much for listening. So the floor is questions. Our facilitator will now answer. Thank you very much for this. Yes, Sunday. Mr. Sunday.
Okay, yes, sir.
Please, 1 minute.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Doctor, we all appreciate your presentation.
Thank
My
you.
question is that I still need more understanding on the difference between the data analysis and data science. What are the differences between the data analysis and data science? Thank you, sir.
Well, from my own perspective, just like I defined data analysis, these are tools that are employed in analyzing a particular situation on the ground. For instance, of course, we know that we do partake in researches. Data is collected in order to make our data meaningful. We must analyze it and present it in different forms to enhance understanding in order to drive reasoning out of it. That is why the need for data analysis. And as for data science, it has to do with a kind of study undertaking, more especially that relates to the scientific variables that are employed in research and see how they interrelate per se. That is the way I understood it to be. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I believe Mr. Sunday. Yes, Zene Yakubu.
Yes, sir.
Are you trying to ask questions?
No, sir, no question.
Then you mute your mic, please. Please, any other person that wanted to ask questions? Let's have some few minutes. Okay, Lawan, Muhammad,
okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir, for nice presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mine is just a concern anyway. You know, these AI tools are taking over everywhere. So I'm just bothered about the place of human being, just like our director rightly said, AI or all this are going to take jobs away from people. So I'm not thinking that this AI are taking the place of human being. Most especially these days, people don't use their brain to construct write up anymore. So I'm not bothered. I'm asking that, won't you affect the level of our reasoning and all of that, the way it will not, because you know the way human brain is structured, the more you challenge it, the more it expands, you be able to make use of it and all of that. Because if you look at what is happening now, people will just come up with write up and all of that, and to the extent that we have AI tools that can help us to structure our paper and all of that. So I'm thinking it might not help us to have the firm grip of what we are doing. I don't know. Is there any advice that you can give people to actually guide them the way they use these tools?
The fact remains, whether we like it or not, to everything that has advantage must have disadvantage. And if you look at AI in quotes, it makes people to be very lazy. I want to assure you, even my children now in the house use AI for their assignments. You know, they use it for their assignments. Instead of them to brainstorm, sometimes they will just collect my phone and, you know, sign into any of the AI tools to help them to do assignments. So definitely it will affect people in one way or the other. And the only advice I can advice per se is, irregardless of AI taking place of humans, we have our own role to play. We have to learn more skills that are competitive with what is demanded in this century. And of course, as we are using AI, of course, like in the case of paraphrasing, sometimes you may not get what you want perfectly. Whether you like it or not, I tried using Quillboot. Sometimes it will give you a different thing. You still have to use your brain. So in essence, even if you use any of this AI, for instance, Quillboot to paraphrase, you still have to employ your own reasoning to make some corrections. Even the Grammarly, I've used Grammarly severally, and sometimes the grammar structure is not really, it's not 100%. Sometimes still you have to use your brain. So by implication, even as you use AI, make sure that you reason in undertaking some certain tasks. That is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Before the next speaker, see, Oga have already, our facilitator have already said it. See, we need to understand that AI is a tool. They are all tools. It's like somebody that want to go and fix, or you go to a mechanic workshop and you complain. Then the mechanic will bring spanner, screwdriver, wrench, and some other tools to assist him to do the work. But it's not the spanner that is doing the work. Who is controlling the spanner? Is the mechanic. There is what? Turning the spanner either clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's the same thing is happening in our domestic home. When you want to grind your tomato and what have you, you go and put it into the grinding machine. Grinding machine is just a is just a tool. It will give you what you inputted. That is what, if you now put water, you will see water as the product. If there's no water, you don't see water in your product. So in this case, AI, they are not replacing human beings. AI can never replace human beings. They can never. Because it's human being that produce AI. So I don't know how you can produce something that is beyond your intellect. So to be sincere, this phobia that we have for AI, there is need to come up. Okay, the academia, the professionals, and the community, and whoever is concerned, to fight this phobia. AI cannot take over our jobs. Those people that are going to take over our job is the people that acquire the skills, the knowledge of AI. All this robotic they are bringing, by the time the robotic fails, the machine fails, that machine is going to be taken to who? To repair? Humans. Humans. Because robots are machines, and they are bound to fail. They are bound to misbehave. So if they misbehave, who is going to take care of them? It's human being. That person that produces them. So that is, the only thing is, as being right said by our facilitator, for the lazy, is garbage in. And let me tell you, there is one characteristic of these AI tools: hallucinations. They will give you different answers at the same time. Take the same question to different AI tool, they will give you different answer. Or even in the same ChatGPT, give him the front, let him give you the response. Take the same prompt and give it back to it. It will give you a different answer, different patterns. That's how they are. So if you did not read, if you did not digest what they are giving you, you are bound to disgrace yourself. Yes. Let's go to Solomon Adediji. Solomon.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Dr. Amos, we are really grateful for this lecture. It's actually an inspiring one. I just want to make a little contribution and then ask my question, sir. Just like our facilitator said, AI cannot actually exist except there is an human element. So the place of AI taking our job is not actually visible because we exist. That is why AI is actually surfacing. So we believe that that one will not actually be. It's just for us to actually have the capability to translate what the AI actually give into practical terminology and then use it to produce something visible to the human. And that leads me to my question, sir. Sir,
Okay.
during the course of the lecture, I observed, we are just coming into this AI thing, and actually, I really want to know more. I want to learn more. But I observed that during the course of the lecture, it's like maybe the
Somebody is
internet,
making
or
noise.
I wouldn't know, or maybe the disturbance on the line, or maybe
See,
this I
somebody is making noise that we are not hearing,
discovered that
please.
while you are trying to explain the different type of the AI tools that we have, the thing was just moving faster and faster and faster. So I wouldn't know if there is going to be another session where we can still learn more on how to actually use this AI tool effectively so as to better our work. And that is my question, sir.
Then,
Thank you.
thank you for this. And to that, I think the director has the responsibility of organizing another workshop in relation to that. The director, sir.
Yes, sir. As I said earlier, our next training is going to be AI tool in research. So we are coming up with it immediately after we are done with this one. So we're having that plan already designed the program. But then number two, we are going to share the slides in our classroom for this very impactful presentation made by Dr. Amos. So that one is taken care, inshallah. So, but the issue of AI, we have it in mind. We are going to, because we believe we have to move with the international community in terms of this AI. Yes, the last questions. I think Abubakar Arome has the raising of his hand.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I want to really appreciate the presenter for the class. In the last class, I had this question I asked that had to do with AI. The question is that how do we completely 100% ensure that content generated with AI does not have plagiarism in it? How can we do that?
Just like I said,
yes, sir.
Just like I've been saying, once you generate content from AI, you can paraphrase it. By the time you paraphrase it, you give it a different face, and it will cut down the similarity index per se, so that even if it is run in a particular plagiarism software, the similarity index will lessen. So the issue of paraphrasing is very, very important. Thank you.
I hope in addition to what our facilitator have just said, I think during my own presentations, I did mention how we can avoid plagiarism, because I recall I did mention how and the different methods in which you can avoid plagiarism from AI. And one fundamental way and the most efficient is going through the content before you even accept to place this material into your paper or your thesis or your projects. Go through. And for you also to generate relevance, you can tell the AI, you can tell him or her that you don't want plagiarism. Avoid plagiarisms in the response or in the content. Yes. And the AI will try as much as possible to abide by that. So the most important thing is that front. Is the front. Okay? because the front is the language of interaction with this AI. Is, for example, you find yourself in China. I cannot speak Chinese. Can you be able to have effective or maybe whatever, and there's no interpreter? You know that's going to be a serious challenge. And you cannot be able to have the maximum benefit from that particular journey. But what if you know how to interact, you speak what Chinese? You see what things coming out. The same thing with these AI tools. The only language they understand to give you what you want is what is the front. And in the front design, in the front engineering, you first have to design. And for the design, you have to know what you are looking for. You can't just write anyhow. That front is the bedrock. Because I can tell you, I can, yes, say with all boldness that 90% of us are not using the AI, getting the result from the AI the way it should be, because we lack the front. And that's why you find that plagiarism will come. But if you know how to use it, it will provide you material, and then you read the material, synthesize, you filter, then you now take the relevance one, you place it. Yeah, and you cite that AI is the one that gave you this answer. I think a lot of plagiarism issues will be minimized. I think we don't have enough time.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, if you can spare me just 30 seconds, sir.
Who is speaking?
It's Abubakar, sir.
So 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. You made mention of AI not being more powerful than we the creators. I think I want to maybe chip in something, because now I'm also a programmer, and
thank you very much.
Yes, I also build AI systems, but there's something I want to say here that that maybe some of us might not know, sir. You see, the issue with AI is that AI is built it's built to train itself. When you build AI, that's one advantage that Python has. Okay, when we build AI systems, we use programming languages like Python. Now, Python is a programming language that that you can use to build applications that can continue to learn. That means even after you've built them, they learn. That's what we call training. They are trained on data. And now the stage that these AIs have reached now is that they train and then now begin to create data for themselves to learn. So I think we are seriously and in a very fast state getting past that stage where we can say AI is not more powerful than the creator. Because right now I built a system recently that that what the system is even doing right now, I don't even know where it got it from. I don't even know how it learned to do that. So I just want to put that out there, sir, that actually now AI are trying to prove to be smarter and better than even we that created them, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Abubakar. I pick your phone number we discussed, and then I hope when our AI, artificial intelligence for research online training is advertised, you join us, where we can be able to. I agree with you. They learn from large data sets. That's why sometimes when you ask them, like Gemini, or you go to Cloudy, or you go to what is it called? Even the ChatGPT, they will tell you, I was not trained to do that. For example, now when you now ask Grok, Grok, you give it a prompt and you ask him to convert it to either PDF or MS Word, you see, I cannot do it. So now the issue of they are learning faster. Yes, they are learning faster because they are learning from the input, your prompts that you are interacting with them. They are learning. That is why sometimes when you write your name, you don't need to complete. They will complete the name and give even the title. If you have been using that particular, it means they have already learned that this is Ali Kofa that is interacting. This is the way I understand. But you see, despite the fact they are learning, I believe it's somebody that give them the way to learn.
I felt it's the programming. It's the programmer that actually did it that way.
That is it. It's the programmer.
The programmer is learning and also updating what he has done. That is what is happening.
That is it. So that's why. Who is talking, please?
It's Solomon that is talking.
Solomon, thank you very much for that contribution. So what can you have from Solomon? Is if you are not the one, then somebody over there somewhere is the one that is now what? Programming them. Okay, when you reach this particular place, you cannot do so. Go to the right, do this one, or go to this so-called loop, or whatever it is. Well, thank you very much, Solomon.
Director, please, can I make a contribution? Can I?